What's going on, everyone? It's 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to episode 31 of the WWE 2009 mod TEW2013 Let's Play. It's NXT, and of course SmackDown falling over, the first ever NXT, and again on the road towards the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Hopefully it's a good show, 8 segments to again tell the story of NXT's evolution. Some it may make sense, some it may not, but it's all going to come towards, as Wade Barrett always said, to the bigger picture. So where are we actually? I forgot. We're in the Mid-Atlantic region. We are in the Comcast Centre, which is in College Park, Maryland. So hopefully we can get close to full attendance here as we book the show. So we'll start off with NXT and then we'll move on to SmackDown. Here we go. So in an extremely short match, Fergal Devitt defeated Darren Young in 4-10 by pinfall with a brainbuster. Just a small match to get Fergal Devitt over. Darren Young's very upset at just basically jobbing at everyone, but I've no plans for him whatsoever. So a D45. Fergal's improving his performance skills. Obviously going to low morale and a lot of negatives for Darren Young and his current state of mind. Our first match on television, and about that featured solid in-ring action but non-existent crowd heat. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins defeated the Hurricane and Tyler Rex in 6:43, when Seth Rollins defeated Tyler Rex by pinfall with God's Last Gift. A decent 50 D+, not bad considering we've got 2 openers in there. In the case of Rex and Ambrose, no skill improvements in the dirt sheet, mostly holding back and low morale. That's understandable if they're having to job out, but it's building towards the bigger picture, as I keep saying. We see Wade Barrett celebrating backstage with Cesaro and Daniel Bryan regarding his title win of a couple of weeks ago, as he picks up the NXT title and gives it a little clean to make it nice and shiny. So just a small segment there to try and get him over, Bryan over, and Cesaro over. No skill improvements and everything positive there from Wade Barrett. And about that had some solid in-ring action but non-existent crowd heat. Sami Zayn defeated Yoshitatsu in 5:46 with the brainbuster. D+ 52. Good chemistry, but again just putting Sami Zayn over and building him up. It's going to make this show look very heel heavy, but again, long term it makes perfect sense. When it comes to WrestleMania, you'll know why. A good win there. I guess Sami Zayn the victory. In a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Kevin Steen defeated Tommy Dreamer in 6:38 with a package pile driver. Good of Tommy to do the job here in a 63 C-rated match. Kevin Steen's improving his Rumble skills, and again just the usual holding back and inconsistency, but apart from that a pretty decent mid-card match. Then in an extremely short match, Cesaro defeated Tomko in 4:56 by pinfall with a roaring European uppercut. This was a D44. If anything, this show is promoting the fact there's a lot of wrestling, and Tomko's improving his technical skills, but it's really getting over a certain crop of guys, and it's all about wrestling. Negatives here, low morale, and the holding back slightly, so we'll maybe look at fixing Cesaro's morale post-show. And about the featured great action, but not much in the way of heat. Shelton Benjamin defeated Daniel Bryan in 10:28 by pinfall with Paid Up, a B74. So just a match to get Shelton a bit of retribution over the Nexus. A good victory for him there. No skill improvements in the dirt sheet, just his holding back, but pretty good main event there. After Shelton picks up the victory over Daniel Bryan, he is met with a massive assault from Sami Zayn, Kevin Steen, Wade Barrett and Cesaro, who avenged their Nexus stablemate defeat with a vicious beatdown of Shelton Benjamin before they are all left standing over him. This gets a D+ 52, so not great because obviously like Cesaro's not properly over. Barrett was good, Shelton was a star, Cesaro performed poorly, the storyline continues and no skill improvements, but you can understand the negatives here are just the guys that are trying to get over. As Bryan gets to his feet, his stablemates are joined by manager Paul Heyman. I'll keep this short and sweet, but I told you so. This is a message to Raw and SmackDown. Get in our way and we'll take you down. So Paul Heyman leading the Nexus and his army of warriors to reigning basically completely over NXT and just dominating. So a B- 75, No skill improvements, and the only negative was it was done to a cold crowd. But overall, hopefully that should benefit all of those workers. So that leaves us with a C plus 67, a decent show, and again, it will all make sense as the weeks unfold. So this is NXT. We'll be back in 2 seconds with Friday Night SmackDown. So here we are, guys, with the SmackDown portion of the show. Just 10 segments today as we really get close to putting our Elimination Chamber card, together, and hopefully, it gives you an idea of who's going to be facing who, and just continuing on some feuds, maybe even integrating some other feuds together. The show is booked in the same area as ECW, which is of course the Comcast Centre in the Mid-Atlantic region. So without further ado, guys, let's kick on with tonight's show. So we start off with Chris Jericho. I'm out here once again because of the hypocritical nature of the WWE. On Raw we saw John Cena get his rematch. What I ask is, where is me and Big Show's rematch? This is nothing more than a disgrace, and it's just downright unfair. I demand action be taken immediately. We hear Teddy Long's theme music play. Now player, I understand you're upset, but I've an idea. You do deserve a tag team title match, but you're a big name, as is the Big Show. So how about, at the Elimination Chamber, we enter you in a match for the World Heavyweight Championship, against the champion, The Undertaker, against CM Punk, Jeff Hardy, Batista, and of course, your tag team partner, The Big Show. The crowd goes wild and Jericho looks incensed because his partner's in this match as well. Naturally, B78 rating there. Very few negatives there, but a good way to open up the show. That match will be one of our main events at the pay-per-view. Teddy Long continues, but don't worry, Chris, that isn't all. All 6 participants in the Elimination Chamber match will fight tonight in a triple threat tag team match. It shall be you and the Big Show against CM Punk and Batista, against Jeff Hardy and the World Heavyweight Champion, The Undertaker. Holla holla. So B84, great start to the show. Obviously continues on a few storylines as we head towards the pay-per-view. No skill improvements and just low morale for Teddy Long, who's maybe going to be a bit more a bigger role on the road to the pay-per-view. Our opening match, a match that had some good action, but not much in the way of heat. David Hart Smith defeated R-Truth in 5:48 by pinfall with a Satiato suplex, following interference from Tyson Kidd. Just a C65, Natty did some good work at ringside. No skill improvements, the negatives here, just for holding back and chemistry, just a match to get David Hart Smith some overness. In a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Crime Time defeated Kevin Steen and Sami Zayn in 7:10 when Kevin Steen was disqualified while fighting JTG even, C plus 68, basically a match to make the tag team champions not lose, but also to build up some overness for Kevin Steen and Sami Zayn. Kevin Steen was off his game. Any skill improvements? None whatsoever. Just both guys more so holding back, and inconsistency and holding back for the Crime Time as well. In a match that had some good action, but not much in the way of heat, Wade Barrett defeated Finlay in 5:40 with Wasteland. A D plus 51, just getting Wade Barrett some more momentum. Negative here just really because Finlay and Wade Barrett didn't click. Worker improvements were none. The dirt sheet, again, just we're jobbing Finlay out and let's try and make a star out of Wade Barrett. In a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, John Morrison defeated Luke Gallows in 8:39 by pinfall with a Moonlight Drive. This was a C plus 68, just a match to put Morrison over really, and I was hoping that him and Luke Gallows could put a good match on together. Morrison's improving his performance skills. Negatives there just for holding back, so pretty decent. Maybe on another day that could have been a B minus match, but still happy with it, a good mid-card match. So this flopped. Disappointed about this. And about it featured great action and a good crowd. Christian defeated Dolph Ziggler in 12:50 by pinfall with a surprise roll-up. A disappointing C61. I would have thought this would have been a lot better. No skill improvements. The dirt sheet just as negatives for the booking decisions, but As much as we're pushing Ziggler, there is a reason why Christian is went over here, and it will make sense in the up and coming weeks. But disappointed that was as low as that, unfortunately. As you see with this segment, we're going to run with it. It's a feud. At the end of the match, Teddy Long comes out again. Now, players, you got me an idea. With Christian defeating Dolph tonight, I think that puts you in line for a title shot. So at next Sunday, at the Elimination Chamber, Dolph Ziggler will face Christian for the Intercontinental Championship. And of course, Teddy Long comes out with Holla Holla, a B80, which is a decent rating again, but hopefully the match at the pay-per-view can be a bit better than that, as it all affects future planning. We then cut backstage to see CM Punk chapping on a locker room door. It's the door of the one Batista. He walks in. Batista says, "Can I help you?" Punk says, "Help me?" Of course. Tonight we are teaming up with a common threat in this chamber match, and if we can work together, we can eliminate not only that drugged up Jeff Hardy, but also The Undertaker. Batista replies, "Oh yeah? And what happens if it comes down to just us two?" Punk says, "Listen, don't worry. We'll get to that. I'll see you out there, big man." So Punk just says, "Get rid of them tonight. If it comes down to it, it'll be CM Punk versus Batista for the title." If you want to know where Rey Mysterio is, he actually blew his kneecap out at the Royal Rumble. Or, I don't even know if it was as extreme as that, but it's some sort of knee injury, and he's out pretty much for the whole of February. But we'll be back for WrestleMania, thankfully. Just thought I'd call up since he was obviously in a feud with Batista at one point. The main event and about it featured great action and great heat from the audience. The Undertaker and Jeff Hardy defeated Jericho and CM Punk and Batista in 1942. The elimination order, so it was a triple threat elimination match, was first Jericho and then CM Punk and Batista. But a solid B83, continues two storylines. Jericho and Taker improved performance. Jericho also improves his flying skills. Wow. It's a lot of negatives. You have to think if a lot of people didn't drink and do drugs, that would probably be a B+. But it is what it is. We'll work on from there. And that was just a B78 rated show, probably because a semi-main event or co-main event was not so good. But we shall carry on and see if there's any decent things happening. Let's see. The vast majority enjoyed the show and they enjoyed the NXT. They thought it was okay. Apart from that, anything in my news items, emails, NXT was up a 0.03 to a 0.42. So that's it for this episode, guys. We've booked down 2 matches then that will happen at the pay-per-view. I'd love to get into more detail, but no spoilers. Don't want to give away future plans. But yeah, definitely the card's shaping up for Elimination Chamber. The way we're looking at it will probably be 3 matches from this side of things from SmackDown, 3 matches from Raw, maybe throw in an NXT match as well. But that'll all come and definitely be made and put forward in the next week, as we are now on the go home week towards the pay-per-view. So thanks for tuning in, guys. If you enjoyed the show, please leave a like. If you've got any comments just generally on TW or about the show, then please post them. Honestly, love replying back to them, and if there's any way I can help you with the game, either myself or anybody else that reads the comments, I'm more than happy to help, so don't be afraid to ask questions. And until next time, it's took on Maxwell, and I'll see you all real soon. Bye bye.